pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everyone tonight. Okay, roll call, Diane.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Duquette?
Here.
Mr. Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Irwin?
Here.
Mr. McDonald?
Here.
Chaka, our dog control officer, Tyler Jarvis, our deputy highway superintendent, Kristen Marino, our recreation director, Helen Nurska, our historian, looks like she has a guest maybe with her, and B&B Bag Boys, Mr. Tacho, our water and sewer superintendent, Mr. Farrell, our highway superintendent, Ms. Barbara, our confidential secretary to the board, and my deputy town clerk, and Mr. Ryan.
Diane, our tax collector, town clerk.
Thank you, Diane. Bob asked to be excused today. Mr. Gwynn.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, he just.
Yeah, I just told her. He called me too. He said he wasn't feeling good.
You had a rapidly developing ailment.
Yeah. I just have a sinus cold and infection in my tooth, but that's it. It's nothing else other than a cold. I need a motion to the acceptance of the regular meeting of February 5th.
So, I'll second.
Jim made the motion. Mel second. Any discussion? All look good. Thank you, Diane. All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody.
Give me any input? Nobody? Number 6, discussion motion, this discussion, I think it's going to be tonight, the NYS Pro Housing Community Program. Jim, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, Ally was going to be here, and then she texted me early this morning, and then she texted you
Yes,
that she
she's
was
sick.
sick and she didn't want to bring it, but Bob has been working on it. She had a list of all the criteria. Pam actually showed me the list. I got it to Bob, and Bob has got more. He's got most of the stuff already. But now my question is, and then she's going to come in next meeting. She'll come and talk to us about it. I at least want to get her. She texted me way back in February there, and she said, I would also suggest you send an email to prohousing at AARCH.ny.gov and let them know of your interest and intent. And I'm for that, to at least get her name. You know, that doesn't bind us into anything, but.
Who sent an email, Jim?
I'm sorry?
Who sends the email?
Ally sent it to me, and she said that she would suggest that we send as the town board. And, you know, we can get
Our confidential secretary to help us with that?
Pamela Barber.
You told me to.
Do you know how to email?
I'll give you.
How about we ask you to?
No.
We don't like telling anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
It's not our.
I know you. I'll give you this tomorrow.
What am I supposed to say in the email?
I would just say, you know, that.
We're interested.
Exactly, that we would like to get on the list, that
Work your
the
magic,
town
you know.
crew has discussed it, and,
There was a good article in today's paper on that. I think Lake Placid and Plattsburgh are currently on that list. And according to what I talked to Bob and Ally on, we were already got quite a foot in the door already.
We do.
Because of house sales within the town.
right.
Cool, all right, good job. Bring it to Pam's attention, she'll help us out.
Yeah. And we do have our foot in the door because she's on our planning or zoning, and she's also.
Yeah, it's a good-
She was appointed by the governor.
It's a good program, I think it's a
You know,
bonus for the town.
so
Sure.
I guess,
It makes a lot of
and then
state
you're fine with
Yep.
Absolutely.
sending
Yeah.
a,
If
you know,
Pam has any
letter
questions, obviously,
of the
call
town.
Ally, or Ally could come in after she feels better.
So it's just an email needs to set for our town to show interest in this project.
Yeah.
So if you could email me what you got from Ally, please, Jim.
Yeah, I'll give you this, Pam.
Here,
I'll
here.
try to drop that
I'll
article.
copy
You want to try to copy it and paste it?
I'll do it.
He doesn't know how?
I don't know how to,
Diane shows me all of that.
That's all
Okay.
right. Hey,
I
listen,
wouldn't
we're
either.
from a different generation, that's okay.
No, it's not. You gotta get up to date on the new generation.
When you shave, I will.
My wife says if I don't shave tomorrow.
You will.
Got it?
Okay, so,
Thank you, Ken.
any more discussion on that?
No, perfect.
Thank you
Move
very
along.
much.
Quite enough.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, number 7. Motion and resolution, need a motion second.
I'll make the motion.
Craig made the motion,
I'll second.
Eric second. Mike, you wanna bring up any discussion on this before?
No, we've been plowing that for, Essex County for quite a few years, it's just a renewal. We had done, or, Matt looked at it, so we had a couple of suggestions for paying for the insurance, other than that. So we get $70 a pop, and actually either I run up or Wayne actually hits it with a truck on the way back down through Petersville, so it's a 5-minute, 10-minute to get plowed out, so.
It says Terry Mountain. Is there any chance you could go up the red?
No, and it's just the parking lot in the bottom.
Any more discussion?
The bulldozer up there this spring would be really helpful too.
A resolution approving the town's Essex County snowplowing contract for Terry Mountain and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas the town board has a snowplowing contract amendment to change the reimbursement cost for a snow event and extend the contract through March 31, 2024 for Terry Mountain between the town of Peru and Essex County. Before therefore be it resolved, said proposed agreement is approved, and the supervisor being hereby is authorized to execute said agreement, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay.
Terry
Number
now?
8.
Terry?
Discussion.
T, is it T?
Ellen?
Terry now?
Yeah.
Terry?
Terry Mountain.
That's an
Heritage
Essex.
Society wants to do a tour of Peru and, in September. And they wanted access to the Hayward Building and the Lion Street, or the Lion Schoolhouse. I have a key to the Lion Schoolhouse, but, and I know how to get in the Hayward Building, but it did occur to me that there might be some liability issue when you're bringing a group in, and I didn't know how the town wanted to handle that. I know at Clinton County Historical Association, when we're doing something on somebody else's territory, we provide them with a certificate of liability. I don't know if that's something you'd ever asked for, or
Yeah.
you would want
Um,
that.
Didn't I forward Matt's answers back to you?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
Got yours.
So he said yes on the first one and the second one, no.
No on the ice cream truck.
No on the ice cream truck.
Oh, no, on the ice cream truck.
Right. Apparently, I'm assuming they have a license with,
Oh, okay, they don't need one.
No.
They would just.
no, yeah, no, they don't
I was
need,
thinking,
Vendor's
you can't have
license.
ice cream,
yeah.
Good. All right, so,
But also make sure you realize that the Lions Road Schoolhouse is not
not
ADA.
handicap.
Yeah,
I
ADA.
know that,
Okay.
yeah. And I think if we have an event there, we wanted to have an event there this summer, or other than having a handicap bathroom, we won't, we'll have to make it clear, I guess, that you can't. Or you can put a little ramp. Somebody can maybe make me a little ramp, because once you get in, it's all level,
Right, but
so.
if somebody makes you a little ramp and something happens, then we're in trouble.
Well, town made me.
Make one and put it in.
Uh-huh.
I said if the town made me a ramp, but that, we can deal with that. We
Can
don't have a
can
date.
we allow people inside the Hayward Village?
That's the question.
I don't think that's.
Yeah,
up to
they
code.
want, because they're an architectural heritage, they wanted to see what, the bones look like, so. I told them I didn't know if he could get in.
We didn't have a floor in some spots, do we?
Yeah,
There might be some holes, I mean, we probably, if people are gonna go in it, we should know beforehand so we can pick it up some,
Yeah.
we store stuff in there. Like
Piping.
conduit in there,
Plus worst case scenario,
I
rhythm
think
off
all the
maybe or
disc golf
something.
extra baskets are in there, and, and we
They
should
don't
put
need-
some lighting in, maybe string some construction lights or something, cause it's dark in there.
They don't need to go through the whole building, they just need to,
Just the first floor.
I think, go in the door and look around if they're gonna do anything.
Still need some
Let's
lights,
plan
there's no
on it.
windows, you know?
There is no window.
Yeah, it's dark in there.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
covered all those windows.
Somebody covered the windows with paintings, there's no windows. It's pretty dark, like a
We
cave.
won't go there.
Yeah, if we know for sure, you know, it'd be better, like Courtney said, if we pick up the inside a little bit. At least some sort of lighting in there, in case they want to take a peek.
Okay, I'll have a date, so, all right. I'll tell them. Okay.
And again, parking at the school, you know, it depends a lot on the weather. If we have a spring like we had this year, you're not gonna be able to park on the grass, you know?
Yeah, well, they're doing it in September, so hopefully by then, you know, everything's dried up, so, yeah.
We need a string of construction
I mean, it's not,
lights.
it's just, I
Like they're all
don't,
LED, the good ones, you just, this way you don't have to worry about breakage or anything. Okay.
okay.
You know how to string them?
Practice.
We'll post dates.
Yeah, so good, sounds great.
Let us know if we can help.
I'm sorry.
Let us know if there's anything you need help with the schoolhouse.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
sure September's a good time for giving some apples away.
They're looking for an old house downtown to tour, which I'll find. And they also, I think, will go in the Peru Hardware, the old Peru Hardware store, since it's the only, sort of the oldest building left. So.
That's pretty old.
And we're starting out at the church, and of course, the community church is old, and so we'll start there.
Beautiful. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks. Anyone else with that? Already out other business. Eric? Good. Jim?
Good.
Diane?
One RFQ talk for engineers. Today was the deadline. And I
Tomorrow's the deadline, isn't it?
I'm sorry, today's the 20th, right?
Oh, 21st was the deadline.
Excuse me, the 21st. I was thinking it was today, but the 21st. So
Okay.
tomorrow. But we still only have one, so we only have one. Regardless, whether it's today or tomorrow, we have one.
So one's
And it's,
good.
and actually, when they originally were doing it, they had emailed me, and I ended up calling the gentleman, and I said, please just speak with Courtney. And I communicated with Courtney that the person was gonna be calling him. Very, very, very nice. I mean,
Cool.
just very, very nice. So, they're out of Albany, I can't believe
Yeah,
54 pages was it?
we've dealt with them before in the
Yeah.
past.
And he had mentioned that, but like I said, he was very, very nice when I spoke with him.
Oh, cool. Very good guy.
Yep.
No, that's it, I just wanted to share that, I was off anyway. I just wanted to share that.
Okay. Mel?
I guess Greg is moving forward. Christine was telling me today with the murals on the side of the Grand Union, separate from anything to do with the town, it's between the owner of the Grand Union. But I guess the zoning board has already given permission to do it. So we look forward to that.
Good. Anything else? Craig?
I have nothing, but our code enforcement officer wanted everyone to know, I think he's talked to all you guys, but he told me to let everybody know that the house on North Main Street was sold and is under construction right now, being ripped apart and gutted, and we have opera over there, and things are going forward with it.
What one on North Main?
Rosie's.
Oh, North Bend.
North Bend, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, that's what I was wondering, where's North Main?
Yeah, I did, I'm sorry, thank you.
Yeah, okay,
North
North
Bend.
Bend.
Yeah, Rosie's.
Yeah, Rosie is sold during the tax auction, and they're gonna put a little house in there. Yeah. Yep, so, good.
That's all I got.
Anything else, Greg?
Nope.
Sorry.
Things are getting busy again. We had this issue that I don't know if we really should go into too much detail, where somebody requested some dogs be taken, like I said, but not. They ended up mysteriously in Skylar Falls. Cliff and I then the next day spent about 8 hours trying to get these pit bulls that were, one of them was very aggressive and the other one was at large. And then it ended up, I had to go to court in Skylar Falls with Cliff to figure out who was going to actually get them. It was kind of a mess, but it's ongoing, so once we figure it out,
Yeah.
we can talk about it.
Yeah, we talked, obviously, throughout the whole thing. I sent you the pictures when I seen them out loose the night of the woman calling me to tell me to go get the dogs. from the house. She also got chocolate. And that night, within 5 hours, they were out running. We couldn't go get them, obviously, because she wasn't the owner. Someone that was, I don't want to get too much details, but someone she said was incarcerated, which wasn't incarcerated, so there was a whole mix-up of what they were telling us. And 5 hours later, like I said, they were in Sky Falls. They dumped them, and that's where it's at right now. A lot of
Are
times.
they brew dogs?
They were Peru dogs until they dumped them in Sky Falls, and they became Sky Falls dogs. And then we're trying to put the pieces together. I mean, we know where they came from, so does everyone else involved, but it's
Are they licensed?
not as easy.
No.
No. Not as easy as it looks.
That makes it tougher.
Yeah. It was a person that was in jail, and then it wasn't, and then back and forth. Well, it's a mess. So. But anyways.
People need to understand they really need to license their dogs. I mean, it was a nightmare last week, just with not even that
Yeah,
incident.
with the other two.
With the other ones, and I had this woman came back down, and people really, I cannot stress it enough. I don't know what Chaka and I can more do besides
Yeah.
be responsible pet owner. And
Yep.
don't come crying when you gotta pay $50 a clip to get your dog out of, away from, from down below. There's nothing else we can do for, but we've got our own town employees that don't license their dogs. So, you know what I'm saying? So some don't even set that example. So but it's very, very, very important. I can't stress it enough, right, Chaka?
Two last night, were you able to figure out?
Yeah.
Two different ones?
Yep.
Okay. Tyler gave me a call, and neighbor had one was running early in the day in the village, and found a partner down by Simon's house. Okay, good. Anything else?
Nope.
Tyler?
Couple truck problems just from a little bit of snow we had, so we got like 3 trucks limping right now. We're trying to figure it out. Not hard, just time consuming. It's plumbing and wiring and airlines, and this does talking to Tenco, and so we're getting there. Hopefully the snow calms down, we can catch up with this little stuff. Mike and I went to the salt thing in Tupper Lake. We got recognized quite a bit out there. I'd say we're pretty far in advance compared to what people thought we were. A couple people talked to us. They're pretty impressed with what we have accomplished, and so they definitely plug the town of Peru a lot in their big doing on the stage. So guys should be pretty proud of that work.
Yeah, you guys are definitely putting a good effort in for that.
A lot of people down us for it, but I think it's a pretty big accomplishment that we've cut our numbers, and we're trying to make a difference. And not everybody looks at it that way, I guess. I just take pride in what I do, so it's only some of the guys in the shop. So
We appreciate it.
Awesome.
Kind of like seeing Mike on WPTZ. Channel 3.
Or did I get the news right?
I got it right, I saw you.
You can also go to Adirondack Explorer magazine, and they have the actual picture with you guys sitting in the crowd, and they have the whole thing on video, or just to read the article about it.
it's nice to go to these things too, because we learn more and more every time. You can't learn everything in one setting. There's just so much. And like Mike and I, we can still sit here and tell you about it, but we're gonna miss stuff, and it's something new every time. It's like an evolving thing. It's just
Sure, it's all brand new, you guys are learning, but you guys are keeping up on it and doing a great job. And
It's tough because the technology's changing, and the newer generation is kind of evolving with it. And the older generation is trying to lead us this way, and but it's pretty cool and interesting, and I think the guys enjoy doing it.
Awesome. Thank you.
the roads look nice, so it seems to be
Yes,
working.
they do. I cringe every time I have to go outside of Peru's roads on my car, because then I gotta go through the car wash the next day.
Yeah.
You can afford it.
I got a monthly pass. I got a monthly pass. Just kidding.
So basketball's in full swing. I've been going through rec desk, doing some cleanup, because obviously, I don't think it's ever been purged since rec desk was instituted. which means I'm finding people in there that, kids have been graduated for like 8, 9 years, and people have left, people have moved, you know, they're still using old addresses. So trying to get that cleaned up so that we're not violating any kind of county protocol, and verifying the addresses and everything else. But basketball's in full swing. Kids are participating in tournaments. Obviously, there's a week off. So, but we had 2 games last weekend. We've got 5 games this coming Saturday, 5 the next following Saturday, and I think 5 after that. So, and our officials, I think, are doing a great job. We're up in numbers for officials. So recruiting there, and I've been putting the word out. So hopefully we get some more people in the youth for as far as signing up to help with baseball, softball, summer activities, that kind of thing. And rec desk should go up sometime in March.
Excellent.
Thank you.
How are you guys making out with getting your officers installed?
The last meeting, they had all the information for Adam Senegal, and they approved him. I believe she sent everything. Nope, she
sent absolutely nothing to get rid of Whitmarsh and nothing to put Adam
Okay.
Senecal in. And we still don't have the calendar for the youth commission, so we can post that.
Okay. I will send her a message tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then once we get that, we can approve.
Yeah.
Whoever else we need to take off. Thank you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Helen.
Good luck with basketball.
Thanks.
Helen.
Oh, I was thinking she was the one. Nothing new. I think I covered everything, you know.
We're having a get-together with some old-timers at some point.
We're starting history chats. Oh, yeah, sorry, thank you for reminding me. When Christina Mullen comes back, she and I are going to start history chats, and they're going to be once a month. We're not sure of timing yet, but we've got a list of people that we want to talk to about the history of Peru. We'd like them to bring history to us too. And so we thought, one of the ideas was to maybe have it here. We don't want to interfere with the business that's going on, so we have to talk about timing and what that would look like. The other option is to have it at the library, but I think having it in this room is sort of number 1 choice. Yeah. So, but we haven't contacted anyone yet. As soon as Christine gets back, then we'll start to set
I would
them up.
assume we get it on the calendar soon enough, there won't be any.
Sorry?
If we can get it on the calendar soon enough, there won't be any conflict.
Okay, yeah, I'll speak with, I think,
Yeah, Pam, she can tell you the calendar's there, you can see what.
we'll just go up there.
Well, talk to Pam.
Didn't Judy also give you one at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I have one
Okay.
downstairs, yeah.
So that'll tell you where the zoning and planning meetings are and our meetings. So, and the only other one you have to worry about is the youth. But you can double check up here and make sure.
Are you just gonna talk about the history of Peru?
Yeah, well, we want to start with agriculture,
How many people are becoming, Helen?
Sorry, Dave?
How many people are you planning?
Oh, we would only have 4 to 6 people.
Well, so the back room, the conference room is anytime during the day.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
During the day, if they wanted to meet, you
Okay,
could do it in there.
that's more free, yeah, during the day.
Well, and it's private. I mean, it's sort of private back there.
So what are you gonna do, record it?
Kelly Castine and I've talked to John, so we'll see what we're going to do. We would like to record it, sure.
Cool.
Hometown Cable actually is Hometown Cable and Google Old History. They're amazing. They're doing a wonderful job. So we wanted, hoping that will happen.
If you think of anything like prehistoric times, you might wanna talk to Mr. Douglas.
I know, huh? That's like, he and I will go back down.
I will remember it better than Mr. Bruno.
And as you know, Rick Barber can tell you a ton about it.
Well, when he comes back, we'll solicit
He's got the
him
masons
because-
down.
Actually, he's got me back. I've seen him last week, so I think he's back.
Is he back?
Just came home for the weekend.
Oh, he came home for the weekend. I was gonna say, he
Oh,
passed me
okay.
going
All
to
right.
Keysville on Friday or Saturday it was.
Yeah, as soon as he's back, yeah, we'll be part of it. Because we need to
Well, the
stimulate
16th,
the conversation too, so.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Courtney?
I guess everybody already knows, but we did get the WQIP
Excellent.
grant for $1,053,000, I believe. So that puts us up to $3.4 million for the wastewater plant. Still holding out for the, I believe it's the bill money is the big one. And we'll be applying for the WIA grant. That's just opened in February for this year, which we were hoping that was gonna be at 50%, but unless we saw the correspondence, we might only qualify for 25.
Might only
Did
qualify.
you see any different on that?
I didn't see anything different yet. It's minimum 25, could be up to 50, but it isn't a definite yet, but minimum is 25.
Slowly getting there, hopefully we can secure the other two. The Lake George, Lake Champlain Regional Development, is what it's called. Sent out a thing, they were looking for information on other projects in the Lake Champlain Basin area for future projects for funding stuff. So I submitted 3 of ours, the water issue with wells, the wastewater plant, and watershed protection program for the watershed up in the water plant. So I got a response back on one of them, which I'll answer hopefully tomorrow, we'll see, but at least that gets our name out there, they can help us with hopefully any future funding. And sometimes they work with the Lake Champlain Basin program,
Good
which
thinking.
I've got a couple grants with them so far,
Yeah.
that's helped us with stuff. I feel with the RFQ, we're gonna have 4 engineering firms submit. I've been in talks with 3 of them, one AS already knows our system, but I'm pretty sure they're submitting. There's 3 others, I've met with 2 at the water plant, so I believe we'll have 4. We do need to figure out our next step, or if we're gonna do interviews with everybody. How we're gonna individually review their submissions. Do we wanna sit down and talk with them? Two so far have come up and met with me at the water plant to actually look over our system and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's important that we have a sit down talk.
Absolutely.
If we do that with everybody, obviously that's gonna have to be an official workshop or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are the other 2 from? Where are they based out of?
They're pretty much based out of Albany area.
Oh, so there's 2 out of Albany.
Probably 3 out of Albany area,
I should get them tomorrow.
down south.
Excellent.
The only other thing I think I've got coming up is I had our activated carbon tested in our filters. It's coming due to be changed. I was planning on budgeting for that next year. But I think all these heavy rains and runoff, have been working harder that we might have to do that this year. So that's probably now, looking at what I paid to have it done in 2019, we'll probably be at the threshold where we're gonna have to go out to bid for that this time. So we'll probably get a spec written out.
Right?
Hopefully get that done sooner if possible.
And we're still looking at dredging that up.
Still working on the permits for dredging. We just got confirmation, DEC and had some questions. APA had quite a bit of questions. I had a phone conversation with Mike Metcalf, and we hashed through all that for him to submit to the APA. We heard back from the Army Corps of Engineers. We're all good with them. Just get through the APA and the DEC requirements.
There's some question what to do with the silt at one point.
Yeah, they had a bunch of silt fencing, if we're gonna stockpile material, what we're doing with the material when it comes out, different things about erosion control. They don't like the idea that I want an annual permit to clean the brook in front of the head structure. But, if you can clean that annually, it's less sediment that goes into your reservoir, and
hopefully you can go longer without draining your whole reservoir like that, but,
Which makes sense.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they make it difficult. The basins, you know, they didn't even consider AES's proposal for decommissioning the basins. They want stamped engineer plans. A few days, Pam should be getting the contract for that. I'll have to put that on the next agenda. I already reviewed it, when we're over $30,000 estimate, just, you're not gonna make anything on that property.
No.
That's just for the engineering side, and then we got the
And
work
then you
of
still gotta do the
demoing.
work,
We got
demo the
demoing.
building and,
Yeah. It's crazy.
which,
I gotta call into these, yeah.
which I went
I'm
over
gonna
there.
ask if there's any way we can get around having stamp plans. I mean, it's a small building, it's 20 by 20, I think. It's
And plus all the
block building.
lagoons.
I mean,
you
yes,
got
we'll have it tested
trees
first.
everywhere, it's in the lagoons,
Yeah.
you know, it's a forest.
I mean, all it consists of is capping pipes, removing some electrical, demoing the building. Yes, you gotta have the building tested for lead.
But the good thing is, it's all blocked, so,
Yeah.
and that's a block sealer paint on it, so I'm sure nothing was
Yeah.
fried
The
on
only,
that.
maybe the metal piping inside, but that was done in the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
don't think
we're
it's
right.
gonna,
The only thing possible would be the shingles, and
It's
that's, it was done in the 80s, it was 77 before for any of that stuff, so, yeah. Every time we sell a house, it's 77 and before.
Yeah, see what you can do about getting that, that'd be nice
anything
if
that could light that up.
they, be nice if they work with us, because like you said, we're gonna get enough.
Yeah, end up be lucky to break even.
Yeah.
Better off just to keep, do we have to decommission if we don't sell it? Pretty much have to now.
And we gotta be careful now, because now we brought it forward, so
Seriously.
Yeah, now it's in the works.
now we're there, so.
I mean, a lot of it, we can do it all in-house, but I mean, the disposal of the building, you'll have to pay for it, but I
Yeah,
mean, we can
but
dig
even
down.
taking the building down is,
Yeah.
it's not much there.
We can dig down, cap the pipes, remove the cement,
Clean
mark
up.
that's where the outfalls go.
That place, somebody needs cleaned up.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Mike?
We're still
Next to it.
on this, public thing for the salt with the garage and all that. We still let the, obviously last week we picked a Saturday. But it's getting towards the end of the year. What I'm thinking is put it off till first part of, fall when we start to put the plow gear on before hunting season. And do it then, that way Tyler and I can brainstorm a little more, just make it a little more interactive. After talking with Tyler and going to Pepper Lake, what I think what we're gonna do, I can tell you what we're gonna do. I'll probably do a quick introduction, how we got in it, and then I think we're gonna take the drivers that actually are doing the salt reduction thing and let them kind of run this thing and take it from the driver's side, the employee side, so
Nice.
hear their stories. So I think that swim people, they thought that would be a good idea. They were willing to come up. I'm sure we get Tim from down in Hague, from the Lake George. So I think then we could make it a better thing. I think we could fill a couple hours or 2-3 hours on a Saturday. I think it would make it real interesting. But Tyler said we went to that, Hold the Salt Summit in Tucker Lake, the Wild Center, and we just signed in, and first guy come up and introduce himself was from the DOT, which I think we were his nightmare. It's frustrating to listen to that committee, the report on the salt reduction as what needs to be done. It's been out for a year and a half, no recommendations yet. So I talked to him, Tyler talked to him, they actually offered both of us a job to go down there. They got one guy running the salt program for the whole state of New York. I said, we got one guy running the salt program for down in Peru. How the heck are you gonna do the guy worked out Albany. He couldn't explain on a 40 to 39 degree here in Peru. No snow, we got 83 miles of road, almost 30 miles of county. We're not outbound because it's not doing anything. In Region 1, from Keysville, Region 7 out of Plattsburgh, putting salt down on state roads here in Peru. He just couldn't, he's a spokesman for the governor. He's not even really the head one, so it's frustrating. Person is Ziski from the Lake George Waterkeeper. He talked to me afterwards, he's gonna try to get me on, committee for the recommendations. So I would love to be part of that because, we can see there is, DOT's got 3 pilot programs going, one's in Lake Placid, and the other 2 are downstate somewhere. But it's just plain frustrating, see how much salt we put down. And we know as a small town what the, it's a chunk of money we've invested, but we've reduced. And you can see it, and there's not salt sitting beside the road or in the ditches. It's just, the whole thing's
Too
frustrating.
bad you guys aren't the pilot program, because you're
Yeah.
already ahead of it.
Well, and when we went to Lake George, they talked about AARCH and one that actually do a pilot program here, which I would have loved. We got the little All Sable, we could have had the numbers from the beginning and then reduce
you are now.
as we go. It'd take a little bit to see what,
Yeah.
but it would even be nice to know what the starting numbers are for the little All Sable or Lake Champlain, where everything feeds in.
See if it is making a difference and then track
Yeah.
it.
So,
But you guys are on it, you're doing it.
but why they're doing pilot programs, they're gonna sidestep this, you can see it, they don't wanna change, it's frustrating. to
Just
know.
keep doing what you're doing, you guys.
So we're doing our thing, let that sit, we're
Roads
well
look
known.
nice.
We're not afraid to make a change.
Good.
Good thing did happen, town of Plattsburgh has signed, we did AARCH, so we'll have a partner, somebody to work with to help them get going. So that'll be the second one in Clinton County. They're just getting their feet wet, so.
Maybe
It
they
is
have
what
a
it
truck
is.
you can borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of trucks.
That's it.
Awesome, thank you, Mike. Anything else? Mike, anyone for Mike? Pam?
The 2 AED machines came in.
Oh,
They're
nice.
in there. One will need to be mounted here and one will be for the court. So they came in. And otherwise than that, I'll be on vacation Sunday to Sunday this coming week. So I'll need everybody to project their time. I'll get it to them Friday morning. If I can get it Friday morning, then I'll have it ready for the following week before I leave.
You gonna let your plane out this night?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The only good thing is, Pam, you got a lot better weather than you had the last time you would've went.
Yeah, I don't even think it was weather. I think it was
Yeah.
American Airlines didn't have a pilot or something. I don't know.
But, not the weather, I mean the weather where
Scary,
you're going.
right?
Where you're going, the weather's gonna be a lot nicer. They're all the same. I spent 3 hours at the gate. Yeah, Saturday into Sunday morning.
Over here?
No, down New York. Yeah, same deal, waiting for pilots.
Yeah.
Hey,
Plane board us in
spent
the
an
plane
hour
with
in
pilots.
I said spent an hour in the Amtrak train at the tunnel, because there was a wreck. Spent a train for an hour, and it was walk.
Anything else, Pam?
Happens.
Okay, anyone else for other business at all before we close it?
No.
One last chance for the 3 board members that will be here for March 11th meeting. Are you guys still good, you 3? I won't be here, Mel won't be here, Diane won't be here. So if you guys are good, if not, we can cancel it. We don't have a lot for it, but it's up to you 3.
I'm fine.
You guys are good? Good. Fine with it. Okay.
Might be here, might not.
Well, if you aren't, then there's no quorum.
3 of you without supervision is
So-
scary.
So 3 of you guys, yeah, exactly. So Pam, keep them in line that night. Good luck. You're on your own, you don't have
Oh,
us.
no, Judy's doing the minutes.
I nominate Pam to run the meeting.
But, so that's March 11th.
Got a second?
I second it.
Then we all be back for the end.
Canceled, right there, right there.
Pam's gonna be sick that day too.
Would you rather have than Randy, because there's just gonna be 3 here for March 11th, would you rather to have Ally come the 25th? So
Is that our next
all aboard, huh?
March 11th is our next meeting.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys, I mean,
Well, would you guys like to, or
like you said before, I mean, there's no commitment right up front on our part, so I'm on board and
I'm on
move
board.
on it. so.
All right, okay,
Get it moving.
all right.
Get an
Just
email
have it
out
come.
so we're
That way it's not
recognized,
so
just to
long.
start the ball rolling and see
That's
what avenues we can work.
Yep, all right. We'll schedule those for the 11th.
Okay, so, yeah.
Okay, any other business, everyone? Public comment on agenda items only.
I was just trying to refresh my memory on that grant that we returned. Is that still outstanding, or where does that?
We're reapplying for it.
Right now, it's
That's
just
the
one.
open back up,
Is that the we?
the WIA.
Okay.
Just opened back up on February 5th or 6th.
This, I may be out of order here, but before the meeting, I noticed the charter increases were, the town received a letter on December 31st. Is there any way the town could publicize those letters?
We get them twice a week.
Yeah, but about increases, I mean. I noticed there's a lot of other things about programming, but there were some fairly significant increases in that letter right there. I think it would be nice to get it to the public. They're chartered, under the charter of the town, I believe, at the cable operator for this town.
Is that Spectrum?
Yes. So it'd be nice to get it out to the public, I think.
It's right there for the public.
Pardon me?
It's open to the public right there. Oh, you want to take a snap picture of it and send it?
I did,
Oh,
but on a regular basis. This is the first time in all these years I've ever seen one of those.
It's been there every single time we get
Well-
one, they all,
I don't think the public should have to come in here to see everything
How do you
that's
want us to
important
get
to
it out
them.
to 'em?
Put it on the website.
Oh, okay. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, we get them all the time, and the thing
I'm
is-
talking about significant price increases. The others aren't so significant. We have to use a little judgment.
I've never saw them.
I just did some shopping on my own because the costs are going crazy.
Yeah, FISO, FIOS?
Okay, anything else? Public comments, agenda items only? That wasn't an agenda item, but we're good. Anyways, February 2024 bills. Need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Greg made the motion,
I'll second.
no second. Resolution, Diane.
Resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town. Whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in February 2024. From town approved vouchers for February 2024, 202400167 through and including 202400251. Abstract dated 2/20/24 for the dollar amount totaling $113,193.99. Of that, $16,751.48 was wired, credit card, and prepaid, and $96,442.51 is remaining to be paid for February 2024. Whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable in amount. Now therefore be it resolved that payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor being hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Good? Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duket?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Good. I need executive session, Mike needed it for personnel issues, so I need a motion and a second for that. There will be no discussion coming out tonight, but there might be down the road future.
Make the motion.
Craig made the motion, Jim second, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.